Today we're going to move away from the traditional sausage bake. In the next few minutes I'm going to show you how to make this. So let's get ready. Okay, in today's exciting recipe we're going to do it in 4 steps. We have the foundation, which is going to be our tater tots, and then we have the core, which is going to be an exciting mixture of our sausage and our apples and, well, you'll see. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the custard, and then last but not least we're going to do the cheese. So let's just get going. We're going to start with 32 ounces. That's a full bag. Orida should pay me for this, right? Okay, come on, Orida, if you're watching this, send me some tater tots. All right. We've already got some melted butter. We're doing it in here so that we can tumble it and make sure it's good and coated. And then we want to take about a teaspoon or so of paprika just to give it that smoky hint. It looks about good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stir it up so it all gets coated. We're going to put it in the oven at 425 degrees, and we're going to do so for about 15 minutes. We'll check and make sure. It's important that you let them get crispy. Don't let them come out soggy. You want them nice and crispy because that's going to make your base. So, there we have it. We're going to spread this into a 9 by 13 pan, which we just happen to have cleaned and ready to go. And we'll spread them out. Our oven should be preheated by now. Let me make these nice and flat. I'm going to throw them into the oven, 425 again for 15 minutes. While this is in the oven, we're going to go ahead and start on our sausage and the rest of the core. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up the Granny Smith apple. Now, why a Granny Smith? Because you want that tartness. You don't want a sweet apple for this. You'll want the tartness, trust me. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to dice the onion. And as soon as that is done, we're going to go ahead and chop up just a little bit of the sage. 8 large eggs, and we're going to mix in a whole cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a little bit of salt and pepper. As far as cheeses are concerned, you can use a sharp white cheddar cheese because we're getting away from that standard yellow cheddar, or you can use a Gouda cheese. And that's some Gouda cheese, so let me tell you. Today I'm going to use Gouda because I like the creaminess and I like the smoke flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shred 8 ounces of Gouda cheese, which will make 2 cups of cheese, which is how much you want. We're going to break this up into small little pieces. Now that the sausage is good and brown, we're going to go ahead and put the onions and the apples in together. Now, we're not trying to turn the apples into applesauce, but we do want the apples and the onions to get a little bit tender. Meantime, we're almost done in the oven with the base, the tater tots. With everything sufficiently heated through, but remember you don't want the apples to turn into applesauce, we're going to add the chopped sage just for the last couple of minutes of cooking before we put it into our potato base. Now, if your sausage came out oily or greasy, you may want to drain it. Ours doesn't have an awful lot, so we're not going to bother and drain it today. Now, we've let our tater tots go a little bit longer. Actually, we gave them a full cook at 425. I let them go for a full 32 minutes because I really wanted them just to be super crunchy. You can make them as crunchy as you wish or not, but the next thing we're going to do is we're going to spread our filling right over the tater tots. You can already smell that sausage and the sage. Ooh. You're going to love this because it's going to be different than the typical cheddar bake. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I still love the cheddar bake, but this just ups it another level that I think you will definitely enjoy. So then we're going to take our cheese and pour it over everything. Now that's telling me that our oven is now up to the temperature it needs to be. We lowered it from 425 while we were baking the tater tots to 375, which is where we're going to bake this for the next 30 minutes or so. All right, now we take the custard and we pour it over everything. I'm giving it a gentle beat just to make sure everything's still mixed up. Remember, a good custard, you don't want to overbeat it because if you do, it won't rise nicely. It just won't take good shape. But there we have it. That's going to go in the oven for the next 35 minutes, and we'll let you see it when it comes out. 35 minutes later. So many choices, so many options of the way you want to top it. We decided to top it with chives. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're gonna love this. I wanna thank you so much for joining us today. And if you've listened this far, please give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe because it helps the channel grow. Meantime, cooking in a flannel shirt, thank you.